Good afternoon, everyone. God, is it dark in here? It's overcast in here today. All right, let's see who is on. I usually do not go live right now because this is usually the time where I am working. Hey, Steph. Hey, Cordell. But because I'm not working today, because I actually have today and several other days off, a friend of mine, oh, hey, there goes Kara. My friend Kara and I decided to go live today because there's a lot to talk about. I don't know about you guys, but August did the most. And because August did the most, I've decided that I need to be intentional about September. If you had a good August, that's great. I didn't have a bad August. I just had a very busy August. Oh God, my lips look extra greasy right now because I just put on my is anybody else obsessed with this Fenty lip gloss? Like, I literally have crates of this that I just slather my mouth in. It's dark in here. It's usually not this dark, but because the sun is crazy during this time of day. Hi, Elizabeth. I put on a filter to darken me and the room so that I didn't look like I was sitting on the sun. I know you guys have all those problematic filters that make you look lighter. Sis, I went and found me a filter that makes me look like I have a great tan. Look at that. I look like I just went on vacation. So this filter is actually supposed to darken the room so that it's not so light that you can't see me. I'm going to be, I love you too, Sonia. I'm going to be having my friend Takara join me. Takara, do you mind waving? God, my lips are like extra greasy right now. Takara, do you mind? There we go. I see Sonia. I see Elizabeth. Where's Takara? Takara, actually, add. Let me see if Takara can add herself on. Invite people. There she goes. Send request to join me, Takara. You guys are gonna meet my friend. There you go. Look at you. You're so glowy. Do you know I got a fake nose ring?
Why a fake one?
Don't you? Because I've had my nose pierced twice over the last decade, 5 years each. And whenever I take them off to get a facial, my nose closes back up. So apparently my orifices do not.
I just changed mine out. I got a gold one now. I was like, ooh, gold is nice.
Oh, I'm thinking, but where's my fake one? We can match or whatever.
And you was talking about the Fenty. I was like, I got some Fenty too.
Twice. Oh, look at you, see? And the Fenty. Look at us twinning. We really should have a sponsorship because I go through so much of this.
She did something right. She did a lot of things right, but she really did this right.
She really did. And you know the crazy thing is, my assistant Lamar was asking a question about somebody who we knew who had really thin lips. And she was like, I wonder how she kisses with super thin lips. Anybody out there with super thin lips? Let me know if kissing is a special thing for you. Like, that's not even judgmental. I've also always wanted to fix your face, Sakara. I've always wondered. He was like, yeah, I wonder how people with like super thin lips.
They make it work.
Does it feel different, right? I mean, I know for a fact that for me, working out with really big breasts, my trainer sometimes will ask me to do workouts that involve me being able to see the floor from beyond my I was like, that's physically impossible. She's like, you know what? I have another big breasted client that's made me realize that my workouts are not built for the ample bosom. So my assistant asked about the lips, like how do people with, thin lips kiss? And I was like, that's a valid question. And he was like, because you got some big ass lips, so you wouldn't know. And I was like, that took a turn. Should I be subconscious?
Another
I never
conversation.
thought of myself as someone with big ass lips.
You do got some big ass lips.
I do?
That's not a bad thing. Like, women are literally getting injections to have lips like us. And I got medium-sized lips.
Yeah. Okay, so yours is medium and mine is big-ass lips.
You got some juicy-ass lips.
Oh, wow. I never knew I had really big boobs or really big lips until recently because they've been pointed out. Fix your face.
But you can't even, look down.
Yeah. I didn't realize that the rest of you can go like this and, see the whole floor. I just see my cleavage. I don't know what that feels like. Anyways, the purpose of today, for those of you who don't know, Takara is a very good friend of mine. We have now known each other for 5 years.
I stopped counting.
Yeah, it's been 5 very long years. We've both moved across different states, coasts, and countries in that time. Takara is a great athlete, in addition to other things. You're also an amazing creative. But yeah, I remember in 2016, I was at a house party in Atlanta thinking I was about to go to jail for beating somebody up. And I was texting to Takara, and where were you? You were like in Germany or Thailand or somewhere. I was like,
all I know is when you call, I need to answer. Because it might be a situation of me hopping on a plane doing something. So I was like, when Blue call, you answer.
Well, here's the thing, Takara. You do for me what I do for everybody else. So it's like, you're the closest that I have to knowing what it's like to be loved by myself. I'm like, oh,
I got you.
Because you got me, right? Like, you got me. And I hope I got you too. Let me make sure my volume is on right.
We have some stories. It's not appropriate for the live, but we got
You're
stories.
a Taurus, exactly. We got Taurus problems. And speaking of Taurus problems, that's why we're doing this live today. For you guys who are in denial, this year was meant to be a year of reckoning for all of us. If you haven't been wrecked or reckoned yet, you weren't paying attention, or you might be in denial. And
it's most likely denial. Yep.
Most likely denial, to be honest. And Takara and I have what I call Taurus problems, right? We have Taurus. Oh, Nick's in here. We were just seeing her praises earlier.
Oh, hey, Nick. Yes. Anything that I ever need is Nick.
If you see Nick and her name pop up, please click on her page, because she is all things beautiful. So when I think of Nick, I think of the divine feminine. So I'm so happy that Nick's in here. So we have Taurus problems, but anybody who is too nurturing or also an earth sign can relate. Takara and I, like most Tauruses or bulls or earth signs, we come off as formidable and larger than life from a distance. And then when you get to know us, you very quickly realize that we're cuddly and just want to nurture and take care of you and have you be a part of our world, right?
To our own detriment.
Yeah, to our detriment. I think about a story of, there was an art installation. Oh, Nick just said, Asha, we love you, Nick. And Nick, I'm probably going to be hitting you up for some stuff, because I might be cutting off all my hair at some point. That's a whole other conversation. We'll get into that later. I went to an art installation in LA when I was living in DC, and I literally caught a flight 6 hours to see this art installation. I invited 2 other friends to come with me. It was a 3-hour wait to get even into the installation. And once you get in, there's a clock that counts for 20 seconds, and you only have 20 seconds to be immersed and take pictures, and then they pull you out, and the next people come in. This was a huge thing that I had been wanting to do for a year, right? My friends literally didn't even know about it until I brought it up to them. We go, we wait the 3 hours, we walk in, and my first instinct is, because, you know, Tauruses like to be organized, take some quick aerial B shots, one good group shot, and then one really cute selfie, and get out. To me, that's a smart way.
20 seconds. You got to get it.
You got 20 seconds. So it's boom, boom, boom. There goes the room. There goes us. There goes me. Get out, right? So I come out, and Takara, you know, whenever we go out, we compare photos, because from every vantage point, we get the full picture.
Right.
So I show them my pictures, like, oh, we all look so great. Oh, that's great B shot. That's great Blue. I look at their pictures, and it's nothing but selfies of themselves. Never once did it occur to them to even think about me or the collective. Meanwhile, that's all I was thinking about the entire 20 seconds. And the reason why that story stuck to me was being in a situation like that where it's high stakes and you have a very short amount of time, your survival instinct kicks in. Your default kicks in, right? And then when my survival instinct kicks in, I always think of the collective first. And then me. I don't not think of me, but I think about what's going to look good for everybody. And also, I'm the icing on the cake. And Takara, you're the same way. You would have walked out there with 5 group shots and
look like I got you at this angle, this angle, and this angle.
You look cute. So in that moment, I was contributing something to them that they didn't have, and they had nothing to give back to me.
That's been August.
And that 20 seconds, I think, sums up the way I show up in relationships.
That's been August, July.
I was like, you ain't got no pictures. You ain't got no pictures at all. Like, I think I caught half of my hair in the back of one of them. She's like, well, you're kind of in this one. I was like, yeah, that's not how priority works. So because Kara and I have designated that we're both recovering overgivers. Doesn't Erica do have a song about us?
Oh, that's a good. I'm a recovering overlover. Oh,
yeah, we might have to make that the theme song. In order to not be in the victim space, because another thing about us is we're not good at playing victim. Like, you can literally victimize us, but we don't walk like victims, right? And no shade, no tea. Some of you find power in being victims. We don't. And somebody said I'm a Cancer. Me too. Yeah, Cancers understand. They're also very nurturing. We have decided to do something that I am calling 100 days of self-care.
Yay!
Starting tomorrow. Yay! I can't wait for people to join us. I mean, we're the sacrificial lambs, but starting tomorrow, September 1st, until somebody said recovering undercover over lover. Yeah, that's us.
Yes.
From tomorrow, September 1st, until December 9th, Takara and I are going to be accountability partners for each other and spend the next 100 days doing the unthinkable, which is putting ourselves first without exception.
It's a little scary because I think naturally we just want to give and love on our people, and we soft. I'm not even gonna front. Look, we just mad soft, but like I said, it comes to a detriment, and people will if we allow them to, people will walk over us, people will use us, and I'm at the point where enough is enough.
Enough is enough, and I don't think I have anything left to give. Sometimes fatigue will step in where your discipline won't. Like, this is not even discipline. I ain't just got nothing left.
And then that's when we get cold and spiteful, and y'all be mad at us because really you're still carrying and nurturing, but it wasn't reciprocated. So you can't be mad if I'm not fucking with you.
And here's the thing too, we're not tit for tat. I will say this: there are some people, and you know who you are, who give with the sense of entitlement that you're owed, right? So this is not about, oh, I gave you and you owed me. It's that I gave you and I trusted it would come back organically, and then I turned around and realized that never happened, which is very different.
Yes.
Because one of the people that I've stopped giving to is someone who used to manipulatively give back, but they gave back super cognizant of how they would throw it in your face if you inconvenienced them. This is not about that. Don't be one of those. That's really toxic. If you're one of those who likes to give, and the minute you get mad at somebody, you start listing everything you gave them, that's a setup. Yeah. So I'm going to ask you, Takara, before I tell everybody what the rules are, because, you know, there has to be rules.
That's real.
My moon is in Virgo, guys. There will always be rules.
Both of our moons is in Virgo.
Is your moon in Virgo too?
Yes, honey.
Oh, God, we got all the same problems.
Yeah. That's why we get along so well, because we be knowing. We be like, oh, you went through that too? And my rising is a Cancer.
Yeah, there's a actor or a comedian named Sincere, and he always goes in the shade room comments and he'd be like, oh, she's so pure. And it's always almost like, bless her heart. I think he's talking about us.
Look, you know what?
Like, I think we're a little too pure.
I like that part of my heart, though. I like that part of my existence. I just got to have really, really good boundaries around it.
Yeah, we talked about that. There's no such thing as being too pure. It's just you suck at setting boundaries. So, Cara, what do you think is going to be the hardest part of this for you? Who do you think you're going to have, or what kind of situations do you think you're going to have the hardest time being healthily selfish for the next 100 days? Because 100 days, by the way, guys, is 3 months and a week, okay? That's like, we're talking about December.
I don't know, because this 100 days is coming at a part where my boundaries is real strong right now. So I don't know if I'll have an issue with it.
She's like, I'm sick of all of y'all already.
I'm really sick of all of y'all right now. In the most loving way possible. Y'all make me sick. Yeah, I think the key to this is having an accountability partner. That's why I'm so glad it's you. That's where I'll struggle with, because I feel like there's going to be days where I'm going to need a little gentle reminder. Like a check-in. Like, I can gas myself up all day, but the reality of the situation is I'm going to need to hear it from someone else. You doing okay? You need support. What's happening?
Yeah, and Nick just said boundaries offer so much freedom, which is true. Here's the thing that I think a lot of us don't realize. Setting boundaries is a skill. I don't think me and Takara have a problem setting boundaries. It's that enforcing. Enforcer. We are not good enforcers.
No.
That's where the shit goes to hell. We told you what the boundary was, and you ignored it. And now we're like, oh, that's awkward.
Ooh. I'm working on calling people out, though. Like, you know, when I said this one time, and you deliberately knew that and went over it. So that's what I need to get better at. I get to be better at enforcing my boundaries.
I get to be better at leaving because I know you heard me. And that's another thing too. Like, I don't ever want enforcing to bleed into begging, right? My new thing is, and I've been saying this in so many of the videos that we've done, is I refuse to be in any relationship, whether it's professional, platonic, or romantic, where you're asking me or insinuating that I have to set myself on fire to keep you warm. If I have to set myself on fire in order for you to get the warmth that you need, then that's my cue to go. Because a lot of people, they're like, well, I'm setting boundaries too. And I'm like, all your boundaries involve one-sided double standards where I get disrespected and dishonored in order to keep you around. That's not how a healthy boundary works.
No.
That is not, yeah. If I got to set myself on fire, you need to go find somebody else.
I've done that a lot this year. So that's a good point.
And you call, what do we call it when we do that? When we set ourselves on fire, we call it grace.
Grace. I've given you so much grace. Know that you set yourself on fire. You rolled in it. And you kept moving through it. Like, I don't have enough, I can't do it anymore. So this is right on time.
Well, you know, I will be honest, my ego, if I was getting credit for the amount of grace that I've showed this year, I think I would have been a lot more long suffering. But when you show that much grace, when you show superhuman levels of grace, and the person that is taking that grace from you has the nerve to have critiques and want to lash out at you, you're like, do you know how much grace it took for you to still have access to me? Why are you scolding? What's happening? If I didn't scold, and I have all these reasons to scold, why am I being like, what's happening right now? And so we talked about this. You guys know that I'm an empath and I do tarot readings and stuff. And shout out to my repeat clients. You guys keep booking me even though I never advertise. So I don't know how you're finding me. But one of the things I realized is when I give too much grace, instead of it being a thing where I'm like, I'm an empath, right? My guides are literally screaming at me that you're lying. You guys don't realize, but sometimes that happens when somebody's lying to me. I literally get a migraine because my guides are very, very territorial. And they're like, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. She's lying to you. And I'll just smile. And I'll awkwardly tune it out. But when somebody lies to me at a 3 and I don't call them on bullshit, instead of them saying, wow, Blue showed me grace when I told that lie, because clearly she's not stupid and she knows I'm lying. Instead of lying at a 3 next time, they lie at a 9. Because now they've gotten bold because they mistake me not saying something and showing grace for them getting away with it. So the reward for too much grace in the wrong direction is just more shit that you have to give grace to.
Yeah, and you only have so much at this stage. The wheels are turning, so I'm just like, well,
that blink, so you guys don't know, Cara, but that slow blink was like, oh, I'm about to cut 5 bitches off and get off this.
Look, as soon as we up, and I'm texting them right now. Yo, done.
So I just decided that you gotta go. Hey, Johnny from Hollywood Unlocked just popped in. How's this gonna translate in your love life? For those of you who are just coming in, we're doing something starting tomorrow, September 1st, called 100 Days of Self-Care, where for the next 100 days, if you are an undercover overlover, as Erykah Badu would say, if you are somebody who chronically gives too much to the wrong people. You didn't give too much, you just gave it to the wrong people. Because somebody else, they would have loved it, right? If you're somebody who lacks the discernment about who deserves your gems, starting tomorrow for the next 100 days, we're going to coexist in a space where we create community to support each other about cutting that shit out.
Yeah. And you may need an accountability partner. So if you ain't got one, you got until tomorrow to get one.
Yeah, Takara's my accountability partner. So Takara, these are the questions that I realized that we have to ask ourselves. And I'll text these to you. I probably should put them in the comment section or something for everybody else. Ooh, these questions are going to end most of my relationships. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so the 5 questions that we have to ask ourselves. The 5 questions that we have to ask ourselves with the 100 days are, number 1, does this honor me and or my goals? Does me having this conversation everybody got to go with question 1.
Oh, y'all got to go at this point.
Everybody got to go. The thing is, you have to get at least 3 yeses to move forward. Number 2 is, does this spark joy?
Okay.
It's an easy one, right? Easy. Tap into your inner Marie Kondo. Does this spark joy? Number 3, does this cultivate healing? Number 4, does this push me to progress? And number 5, will this help me connect to myself and or others in a healthy and meaningful way?
Oh, everybody got to go. There's about 5 of y'all left. I got a top 5. That's it.
You got to go. You got to go.
You got to go.
My phone's going to be real dusty and unused.
I feel like subconsciously I've been doing this though every year. So this is right on time. I do a cleansing of sort every year. Maybe not as intentional as what we're about to do. And it's
Shout out to intentionality.
Right? Because this is really radical to be like, okay, it's 100 days. and I'm about to go down this checklist and weed out everything. Like the type of cleaning that we're about to do it's about to be so radical.
And I will say this for dating in particular, because, you know, Tauruses like to be touched. We like to be held.
And fed.
We like to be caressed. We are the sign of touch. And we're actually the sign of taste. Every zodiac sign rules a part of the body. We are the mouth. I'm just going to leave it there. And so, you know, as someone who likes to be, you know, caressed and stuff, this is going to be hard for me in that realm. Because aside from sparking joy, ain't nobody I've talked to this year gets a yes for anything. Just sparked a little bit of joy. And I mean a dolphin noise, but like, yeah, I don't think anything.
And it's not temporary joy. Like, I feel like a lot of us, we've accepted a lot of temporary joy, especially with the pandemic. No, it's not that type of joy.
Right. Does this spark long-term joy?
Long-term joy. There's a difference.
That means everybody's gone. Damn. Long-term joy. Somebody said, what body part are Virgos? Virgos are the nervous system. That's why you guys are all neurotic.
A lot of people felt really judged with that. Ooh.
I'm sorry. I was just kidding. You guys, my moon is in Virgo. Okay, that's a self-drag.
Right, yeah, no, I drag myself, yes.
I'm dragging myself. I'm sorry. I'm so matter of fact. Sometimes people are like, dear bitch, we gotta fight.
At least look, I know my shit.
I'm neurotic because of the Virgo in me. I sometimes try to kill it. Like, how do I get rid of the Virgo in me? And then the Virgo in me will make a list about why she has to stay. And then
but you need me for this, and this.
Yeah. So for sex and love in particular, that means we are not allowed to date, engage, or even talk to, because, you know, we get stuck in the talking phase because we can talk. We're not allowed to engage, fuck, date, or court, or talk to anybody who is not actively putting in effort to make us feel completely safe emotionally. Because if I'm making myself a priority for the 100 days, that means you have to make me a priority too. Someone said, what was the last question? I'll read the questions over one more time. Fuck. These questions are going to ruin my... Okay. Number one, does this honor me and or my goals? Number two, does this spark long-term joy? Because Skyra reminded me the whole...
Not the fall. Not day season. Not cuffing season. Long-term.
And I'm the queen of the sneaky link. So that's going to fuck up my life. Number three, does this cultivate healing? Number four, does this push me to progress? That's for those mornings where I don't want to wake up to talk to my trainer. And then number five, will this help me connect to myself and or others in a meaningful and healthy way? Yeah. Because your demons be connected. I know a couple of y'all who are in relationships because your demons are fucking. Love. Okay? That don't count. Just because you can't quit somebody doesn't mean they're good for you. People can't quit drugs either. Like, that don't count. Kara, do you have any relationships, you know, and of course, not counting me, because I hope I count, but do you have any relationships right now that currently say yes to all five?
Yes, of course you count. Absolutely. And you will always count for me.
Yes.
I think that's why we
well.
circle back to each other. And we don't have to talk for like a couple months. And we'd be like, girl, what you doing? What's happening? And that's just how we are. I have 3 very good relationships like that. All women of color, Black women. Ferris, I love you. Talia, I love you. Shannon, I love you. Thank you for pouring into me this last year and a half. Ooh, it has been a lot. Thank you.
Have fractions. Does that count?
I don't like fractions. No.
Well, let me explain to you. The reason
because you deserve wholeness.
I'm trying to think. Does family count?
No.
Why not? My family can be my
Wait.
I got some cousins that are very healthy because I helped raise them.
I'll let you have that. I'll let you have that. But I would love for you to have friends who you have moved into the family space, because there's a certain level of intimacy that we need at that level of our life, where we are at our life.
The reason why I say fractions is because I have people who I think are just too new for me to give them a whole one, but who up to this point have showed up in that way. So they haven't been tested by time, but they're showing up beautifully.
Does that matter though? Because that's going to come up for a lot of people. I haven't known this person, but they've shown up. They've created the space.
You know why it matters to me? Because psychologically speaking, somebody can be somebody else for 4 months.
Fucking Virgos.
Sorry, it's the Virgo in me. You see the Virgo show back up. Psychologically speaking, any human being can hold up a facade of emotional intimacy and integrity for up to 4 months, and then they start to crack.
Absolutely.
So I need you to get to the 5 month mark.
So do you have a mental threshold? Okay, so it's 5 months for you.
You know why it's 5 months? Because most things end around 4 when it starts to crack. I'm like, wait, you've been like this the whole time?
Yeah.
The people that I rock with, they hold on to the entire 4. Like they're like white knuckle grip, and then around month 4.5, they're like, oh
They start
shit, I should probably
trickling.
tell her that.
Okay.
Anybody who I've been cool with for longer than 5 months of intimate interaction, not knowing you, because you can know somebody for years, but if we've been intimately talking all the time and engaging and sharing and bearing our chest for 5 full months, and you haven't set up my alarms yet, that means you're either really good and you're gonna last a couple of years before I figure out you're a fraud, or you're a ride or die.
Okay.
Either way, you're good at what you do.
Either way,
you're good at it, right?
Yeah.
But usually around the 3 or 4 month mark, if someone has been trying to impress me by showing me their best self, I start saying, that thing you said in month 1 doesn't match what you just said last week. I'm confused. And the Virgo in me doesn't remember all the things you said. So when things are being cross-referenced, they're not adding up, I start to feel like one of those investigators on television. Like you said, you like all types of people, but now you're telling me you only specifically date one type of person. That's not all.
Yeah, that's on the line.
That means you're relying one of these signs. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So what is yours? What do you think is going to be the hardest place for you to... Because I feel like in personal relationships, you're a care bear just like me. And I wonder, romantically, how are you going to be able to set that boundary around courtship and being prioritized?
I think what I've been doing lately is just checking in with myself. And I have this internal checklist. And while I won't mention that internal checklist, I do have this internal checklist of... This is like, it's almost like a loyalty checklist. And I don't have a time limit on it like you do with 5 months. I just know. I know immediately if you're going to be of value in my life. Immediately.
No, I always think people are going to be of value in my life because I get attacked. I'm like a Labrador retriever. It's just that if I've gotten duped, it takes me 5 months to figure it out.
Oh, no, it doesn't take me that long. I know instantly if you're going to bring some value in my life. But I'm also conscious of the fact that you don't have to stay in my life for me to receive that value.
Right.
So I'm going to take what I need from you. You're going to take, because relationships are transactional. While I don't always love that aspect of it, that's what it is. So for me, I know instantly, I'm not going to divvy back and forth whether or not you're going to stay or go. I know you're going to stay because I'm not going to interact with you long enough to find out the other side of it. I know that about me and how I operate. I'm not going to waste my time and my energy with it because I already know.
That's true. Well, all relationships are transactional to some degree, but I think the word that people need to think about is incentive. Like, what's my incentive for being here? And I've realized that I've stayed in situations where there was one incentive, and when that incentive proved to be part of the representative and not the real them, and my incentive disappeared because it was part of the facade that you were using to lure me over. Now I'm like, why am I still here? Like, where is my incentive? And that's how I get tricked into being somebody's free therapist.
All the time.
Because you're making me feel that I'm a kindred spirit. So I think I found somebody from my tribe, somebody from my soul tribe. And I'm excited that I found somebody who's kindred. 3 months in, you stopped giving me the things that made me feel kindred. Now I'm just a therapist.
And then I'm just doing all the work.
Now I'm just doing all the work because you took away my incentive. So I think for me in a relationship, I need it to be mutually beneficial, but it has to be mutually beneficial enthusiastically and from a place of free agency.
That's what I feel like I've been missing. And that's why this next 100 days is going to be important. Enthusiasm. And I'm not saying that
fuck that. Say it. Say that they got to be hype about it.
You got to be hype. You do. I realized that the ebb and flow of it it's not what I need at this part of my life. We can be hype all the time. And there's levels to that hypeness. But you got, like you said, joy. You use that word a lot. We're bringing joy to this shit or not at all. It's
if you're
that
not
simple.
Excited about being around me or having me in your life, then you should probably let me go.
Yeah.
And that's where the spark joy question came in because, like, here's the thing, right? Because everybody knows that we're smart, I could remind you every 6 weeks that you forgot to do that thing that I like, right? But if you really, really adored me and the thought of losing me scared you, you'd remember. I wouldn't have to constantly tell you how to treat me right. Because what I've learned is whenever I've met somebody who's played stupid and said, no, Blue, we're all different. You just got to remind me what you like. When I see them with somebody they're actually into, they ain't got to be reminded of shit. They want so badly to make that person happen. It's second nature to them. I'm not saying read people's minds, but once I've told you what I like, if you really fuck with me, you want me to be happy.
Right. And I'm done begging people to show up in that way.
Exactly. I'm not begging anymore. And sometimes asking repeatedly is quietly begging.
I've learned that the hard way.
If your love language is quality time, and my love language is quality time, but I always gotta actually spend time with me. But now you
Yeah.
stuttering that it's a misunderstanding. No,
No.
you're just not into me,
And that's okay. You're not gonna hurt
and
my
that's
feelings about it.
okay.
Yeah. Just tell me.
I recently got into it with somebody. He was like, "Yeah, I'm real busy and stuff." I was like, "When we first met, you told me your love language was quality time, and that when you adore somebody, you are all up underneath them. You were busy when you said that." So, and then he started looking at me like, "This Rain Man ass bitch." Look, don't say it if you don't, bruh. I'm
Look,
not
because
even
what we will do as Taurus is we're gonna hold you accountable, and I'm gonna take your words and be like, remember when you said this? Because I bring receipts. Remember when you said this?
Mm-hmm.
And the Virgo and us will be like on June 2nd at 2:22.
I think I did that to him. I was like, it was the second week in July. I was like, it was the second week of July, and you were on my couch.
I'm just saying what you said.
The sun was setting, and the orange looked really great against your skin as you were telling me how much you like quality time.
It was a
It's now
moment.
the third week of August, and we haven't spent time. The math isn't mathing. Like, what's good? And he just kind of stared at me like, oh, shit, you're one of those. A woman who pays attention? I thought you...
That's what you wanted.
Yeah.
That's what.
And be careful. The new thing that fuckboys do now is that they tell themselves they want a wife, but don't act like a husband. That's the new tea. I've met several people of different genders, because y'all know I'm pansexual, but they're all masculine. And they have all said I'm just looking for a wife. And I'm like, but you're not acting like nobody's husband. So how's that going to work? You want a wife who also has like a side piece? Like, how does that work? So people who ask for something that they're not giving the emotional and energetic equivalent to now scare me. Because why would she want you back? It doesn't make sense. I will say though, money-wise, let's discuss. We're gonna say a word that Tauruses don't like, Earth signs don't like, Leos don't like it either. So it's not just us. I don't even think Virgos like. Well, no, Virgos love this word. Budget.
We just talked about this, and yeah, we both cringed.
Budget. Oh, this is uncomfortable. I'd rather talk about sex than the budget.
Look, how that budget looking?
I had a friend who like did my monthly expenses. She was like, Blue, like you're easily spending like 10K on like shit. I was like, well, where did I get the 10K from? Didn't even know I had it, right? So
we always find a way.
We do.
We always find a way.
Who is spending $10,000 a month on shit she don't need during a recession and a panoramic?
Look,
who, me?
I spent the whole month of July on vacation, and I was like, came back like, who are you?
Right, but you were crying broke. And then when I said, you want to hang out? You were like, I'm flying off to somewhere. I was like, wait, but you's broke.
Look, in my head, I had to tell myself I was broke. I had to get my shit done. You broke. You ain't got no money.
You know what? Here's the thing. Oh, Carmen said she did hers this week. Carmen, you're ahead of the game. I don't think that I'm broke. It's just that the things that I like cost too much.
Way too much. But again, I always find a way.
So, one of the things we're going to have to do is when we go out, and you know me too, you ain't even got to be the person I'm dating. If we're out, I'm going to constantly pull out.
We out. Always. It's the same. Like, if we out, we going. And that's because both of us
are the same
going?
Way.
Oh,
we got to pay for ballet? Bitch, here's a 20. Let's go.
Let's go. We going to Disney? Let's go.
Cara and I went to Disney hungry, got lost at Disney, checked into a hotel, found out that we were at the wrong part of the park, had to check out of the hotel because the hotel had nothing to do with the trip, but we just got, why not? And then bought French fries. Girl, so much happened.
But we always have a good time.
We had a great time, but that edible was the devil though, because I think half of that was because of the edible. But yeah, the thing I spend the money on the most is travel and food and comfort. Anything that brings me comfort, I will spend money on.
But that's just who we are as Taurus. Like, if we're going to go somewhere, it's going to be in comfort. It's going to be
I need the environment to be comfortable too. Like, if you're miserable, I'll buy you a drink. If you cry hard enough,
problems can be fixed. All these problems can be fixed.
You're saying all these problems. I feel like a cat daddy.
I was literally just telling someone, every time I go with Blue, we eat well, we drink well. Everywhere we go.
We eat like kings. There's sometimes where I don't post our plates because it feels like a flex. I'm like, let me not put this on the gram. They're going to think I'm the wrong kind of person.
The other day, I'm just here for the food. I was like, my friends really love me. Y'all really be out here saying, see, we going to this. You coming? Is there food? Yes.
Yeah, Cara, you ate for 2 hours straight.
I ate for 2 hours.
Good thing you're an athlete.
I'm an athlete. I'm eating. Don't invite me. Don't invite me. Don't invite me to nothing if I can't eat. It's just what it is.
Someone says it sounds like a Scorpio too. Yes, my mom's a Scorpio. Most of my family is Scorpio. They are also very opulent, so I had no choice. I'm a Taurus in the Scorpio family. I was always gonna be, but yeah, no. I want to know what it's like to receive all those beautiful things. That was my wish for Jason Lee. Actually, I said that because Leos can be generous as well. He's very loyal and generous to people that he fucks with in his group. You know what I mean? And I was like, all that love and loyalty that you give to others, I wanted to come back to you. I've decided that's my wish for us as well for this 100 days and beyond.
Absolutely.
If I could just get me and me, we wouldn't even be on live right now.
Look, and I need to know how to act right, because any glimpse of a me, I'd be like, oh, for me? I don't know if I'm like traumatized or what, because I don't know how to act
It's trauma.
right.
It's unresolved trauma. We're hella traumatized.
Oh, you got those for me? I almost think something's wrong with somebody. Like, are you sure? Are you okay?
Somebody bought me dinner the other night, and I was like, did I come off broke? And he was like, no, I'm buying you dinner because I enjoy you. And I was like, oh, because that's what they do when they like you, like, care about you back. That's another thing, too. Let's talk about it. Here's the thing. A lot of people like us. Let's not even talk about it. It is what it is. We're likable people, right? So the problem isn't people who like us. It's people who like us enough to want to treat us well. Because somebody can like you and not value you, right?
Big difference.
And so my problem is I keep on having people DMing me or sliding into my, girl, I like to be liked. I enjoy it. And
opulence is the Taurus way. Yep, because that's what you like.
Opulence is the Taurus way. Being loved upon is the Taurus way. We like to be loved. We like to give love. We're obsessed with it. The problem is I was mistaking people liking me for people valuing me. Because if you like me, you enjoy the way that I make you feel and the experiences that we co-create. That's very selfish, even though it's lovely. But if you value me, that means even when you are not getting something in return, my happiness means something to you because you value me as a person.
Come on.
So I keep on meeting people, particularly LA men, who really, really like me, but who don't value me past their convenience. Like they won't inconvenience
LA women are the same. LA women are
sucks.
exactly the same. So whichever way you go, left or right, up and down, it's the same.
This is depressing.
That's why your boundaries got to be better.
And everybody wants you, but nobody wants you enough to do something good about it.
And I don't know what that is. It's almost like they want to receive something first to know it's real. And as soon as you take it back.
Or they're not used to receiving, so they get cocky when you keep giving.
Yeah.
I think Amber Rose has that problem. I think Amber Rose is like, people are always like, why is Amber Rose always like a ride or die for the wrong? I think she has Taurus problem. I think she seems larger than life, but then when she gets in a relationship, she's shockingly sweet and loyal. And the people who wanted her as a conquest are like, oh, now that the challenge is over and you're a flesh and blood,
they want to throw away.
I don't know what to do with you now because you were supposed to be a conquest. You're a pro athlete. I'm a big mouth on-air personality. People are probably going to think, oh, a girl like that's going to be difficult. I'm going to have to do this and this and this to keep her. And we're like, no, just be nice to us and feed us and rub our bellies.
It's real simple. And for the ones who cannot do that, it baffles me. It's simple.
Yeah. You know what it is? Because they feel like it's a setup.
When it
They're
really
so
is that
jaded.
easy.
They're like, it can't be simple. You must be a more clever type of bitch that I haven't met yet. And I need to figure out what the jig is.
There's no jig. We're just genuine, compassionate, loving people. And if you reciprocate that, it's easy. You won. That's the prize.
I will say this, Cara. I know the last day of this challenge is the 9th of December 9th. I think that's a Thursday, which I love because I was born on a Thursday. We should do like a dinner or something where we honestly grade ourselves. I perceive that I will get a strong B. I'm going to get a B in the first 100 days. If we do it again, I might get an A. I think right now, I'm going to aim for a B. What are you aiming for?
I'm aiming for a B too. Low-key, let me stop playing with y'all. I'm aiming for an A. I'm a fucking athlete. I like to compete.
You are an athlete.
For a fucking A.
I receive your A, and you know what? I will say that I'm aiming for an A, but my heart's like,
let me be realistic.
No, you know what? No, let me take that away. That's a self-limiting.
Yes. But you're good at self-care. Like I think, look, we both going for A's. Do we hold each other accountable in the process?
Somebody said, well, this dinner be fit for kings. Our snacks are fit for kings. Yeah, look, absolutely.
We don't play games.
We eat well over here.
Yeah.
Figuratively and literally speaking. Somebody said Tauruses are actually easy to love. Yeah. Tauruses we're like the chia pets. Let me take it back. Taurus women. The men be doing other stuff. They got separate families. All that.
they be loving it all different capacities.
They love everybody.
Look, I'm very centered in the one that's for me.
Yeah, Taurus masculine energy is a little hoish.
Fuck boy.
And it leans towards Libra, because Taurus and Libra are the only signs ruled by the goddess of pleasure, Venus.
Mm-hmm.
And so we use the goddess of pleasure to be nurturing and, let the world suckle at our teeth and want to love up on everybody. The men amongst us sire many children with many.
I honestly don't have time for that. So
yeah, Taurus men are. Somebody said Taurus men are awful. Oops, I didn't mean that. We love y'all.
I love you, but I meant it.
Oop. Yeah, Taurus men are dangerous. I've had a lot of people find out I'm a Taurus and I'd be like, I'm a girl. It's different. I promise. Like, the men are a little bit too charming. Same thing for Libra men. Like, any man with the Venus energy is going to be too charming for his own good. And unless he's been beat by life and humbled, it's dangerous to look into his eyes too long.
It's their very own superpower, but unless they know how to use it, it's very fuckboyish. Yeah.
That's true. It is a superpower. What do you think is your superpower? Since we have to
be thinking about ourselves. The charming Taurus in me. But I just think my heart. My heart is my superpower. I create safe spaces not only for myself, but for other people. And I know that because I have to have really high boundaries around people coming in and just laying their burdens down. Like, my energetic boundaries have to be on point. But I like that. I like being that safe space because I know what it's like not to have it.
Yeah, today when I called you, I was like, after I was done ranting for like 7 minutes, I was like, okay, but let me not dump on you. How are you doing? And both of us were like, oh shit, what do we do now?
We're like, I got you. What's
fine.
next?
I was like, no, you're not. You've been through stuff too. You're like, you're right. I have.
But I moved through. I just moved through it differently. Not everybody's like that. I moved through it different, but I feel like part of that superpower is being like, come on, baby, I got you. It's easy for me.
What's my superpower? I don't even know. My superpower. The fact that I'm an empath is a power, like a literal power.
That's my literal power. Yeah.
Yeah, I think being an empath, but also being a really good bullshit detector. Like,
I don't always disclose that because that's my secret.
Yeah, but I think the jig is up.
It is. Damn. Okay.
My last 2 relationships that ended romantically and platonically ended with me saying, "I'm calling bullshit. I'm tired of giving you grace. You've been lying this whole time." They were like, "Wait, what?" And they like, I'm tired of even keeping a secret. Why would you lie to somebody who's fighting for a living?
I let people go ahead and think that they control the situation, and that the whole time I'm like, okay.
And that's usually our car conversation. Like, Cara, I don't think this motherfucker knows that I'm on to him. And you were like, yeah.
We talk about that all the time. It's crazy. It's like, yeah,
we talk about it all the time about how we play. Like, Cara is the one, literally, you're the only person who I talk to about how much I have to play stupid to survive.
All the time.
And then later when I'm proven right, have to act shocked, like, oh.
Did you? No, I was just playing a game. Yeah, it was fun for me.
Are we going to stop doing that, though? Are we going to stop doing
No, it's fucking fun.
Oh, shit.
No. It's fun. Gotta have some fun. No.
Like, oh.
Stop playing stupid. That's what you can do.
The last time I didn't play stupid was 2 weeks ago, and I lost a friend over it. I was like, yeah, and and if we are going to make up ever, don't do that thing you do when you X, Y, and Z and X, Y, and Z to make people feel bad. Because
maybe they should stop being stupid.
Like, and she was like, and the answer was like, wait, I do that? I was like, yeah, you do that to everybody.
Yeah, you do that to everybody.
The hole. I was like, don't pull that shit on me if we ever get back. And
she was like, it's not going to work. And I feel that's how I was like, you don't know me. You've been my friend for how long? You don't know when my bullshit meter is like the best.
It really is. And there's you know what I realized though? When you're around someone who I don't think honors you, I'm polite, but my brain doesn't stick to them. It's like Teflon. And when I'm around people that you don't think honor me, you're very cordial, but like.
But when we leave, I'll be like.
That's the thing. We respect each other's space, right? We'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna let her work through that. And
that.
then when you're like, you know what? I don't talk to so-and-so no more.
It'll be like a month or two later. Where it was like, I just wanted you to live your life. Just because I knew you would come back.
Should we change that during the 100 days? I think during the 100 days, if someone's bullshitting us, we have to call out in the moment and not play stupid with each other.
Absolutely, that's part of the accountability that we have to have with each other.
So if a really nice boy is blowing up my phone but not setting up dates and not prioritizing me,
I'm gonna tell you, yeah, because we don't have time. It's only 100 days. It's not a whole year. We got shit to do.
Yeah, when this is over, there'll only be 3 weeks left in the whole year.
And we'll have 3 friends. We'll have 3 friends.
We'll have 3 old friends.
And none of them will be romantic partners at this stage.
Oh, man. Okay, I'm ready. I think, here's the thing, right? The mantra is anything I have to lie, beg, or steal to keep isn't mine. If I have to lie, beg, or steal to keep you, you're not mine to begin with.
Look.
Don't want you.
You was never mine.
And you also can no longer lay with me or come to my house at 2 a.m. Because you know, the flesh is weak, y'all. I have to actively on the ground, like.
She just told us I was Taurus, and we really like to be rubbed on.
I just want somebody to rub my tummy and tell me I'm pretty. It's
really not that hard. But my head and my heart have to be connected. That's one thing. Maybe not.
And my vagina has to be disconnected.
It all has to be.
This is gonna be rough. Now that I'm hearing it out loud, Nick, are you joining us? I feel like Nick, put a blue or orange heart. Wait, why did I decide the car was gonna be orange?
Nick, this
is the way the sun is hitting. Anybody who wants to join us, put a heart in the comment because Nick is like, girl.
Look, I don't know. Are you ready?
Nick, if you're ready, you're ready. You're already strict. Look, here's the thing. I'm happy you used that word. Nick, the 100-day challenge is not about being strict. It's about being supple. There's a difference. Because when something is too strict or too hard, it becomes brittle and it turns to ash. So you're the queen of boundaries. Are they supple boundaries, though? Oh, no nonsense. This is a no. She's not supple. She's like, I will chop off your feet.
The thing is, I love Nick. And I know how strong Nick's boundaries are. But we're going to be a little bit more
Nick
supple,
be like,
Nick.
no, like a sumo wrestler.
We're going to be a little bit more supple, aren't we, Nick?
Nick, you're invited to the dinner if you make it to the 100 days with us. Oh, I'm seeing all these hearts. Black boy wellness. Yes, this is for the boys, too. This is not gender-specific or even if you're non-binary. You want all of them. He, she, us, they, them, all of them. We want everybody. Somebody's screen name is year 2055. Ooh, child. You know how old I'll be in 2055? Shit. Well, that was humbling.
She's like, I ain't making it, honey.
100 days. It's only 100 days.
I mean, dead ass, that's a long time.
Cara, we haven't started yet.
Look, I'm with it. I feel like I'm already 60 days in, but I'm with it.
100 full days of putting somebody thinks that I support and I'm inspired. 100 days of finding a healthy, supple way to put yourself first. Because here's the thing that happens to us, and we all have to be honest about this. People who are too soft, like we can be, they only know how to then go and be too hard. Like we go from one extreme to the other because extremes are mirrors, right? Mm-hmm. So going from having no boundaries to having too many boundaries is literally just doing the same thing. So the only answer is the middle. Balance is the only thing that's radical right now.
And it's hard to find that balance, but hey, we get 100 days to try to figure it out.
Yeah, that's why I want to do this, because I felt myself congealing, like because of everything that happened in June, July, and August. I was about to walk into September like fuck all of y'all.
No, dead ass, me too.
Like fuck all of y'all.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's too hard though.
I felt like I didn't have no support, and I was like, oh, I felt myself. You ever feel yourself just getting hardened? Like you just.
I was hardening all of August.
And I feel myself, the loved ones that I do have in my life, I felt myself being snappy with them. I felt myself just being cold with them. And not because it was everything that they did to me, but it was because I was missing that suppleness that naturally is in us. the world can do that to you. The world will harden you. Situations and people will harden you. So we get to reset. This next 100 days is a reset for all of us.
Well, I was getting hardened, bruh. I was like 3-day-old eggs on the skillet. Like you were gonna have to scrape me off. Like literally, I was laying before I called you this morning. I was laying in bed like I could say fuck you to everybody till January and not give a shit right now. Like I was on some like y'all were only gonna see me on Instagram posting about things that for work because they're things that I contractually have to post. Other than contractual things, y'all weren't gonna see shit from me until January. I was about to be out like everybody got me fucked up. Thank you, fuck you, goodbye. I was in that.
Look, it be like that.
I hope you miss me when I'm gone. And then I was like, Blue, you literally are Buddhist. You literally teach whole classes about balance, and you about to run to the other extreme. Wouldn't that make you a fraud? And by the way, that's what always keeps me honest is the thought of being a fraud. I pride myself so much about being who I say I am, even when nobody's looking, that my subconscious was like overactive. She's like, you're a fraud. If you do this, you're a fraud. I was like, fuck. So yeah, my guides wouldn't let me be a fraud. So that's why instead of saying fuck all of y'all, disappearing for 4 months. Because up until 72 hours ago, that was the plan. I'm instead going to find ways to have more love, just focusing it inward and not at swine. You know that old saying, don't throw pearls before swine? There are a couple people walking around in pearl necklaces that should have been BLTs, okay? And that's fine. I hope you enjoyed the free gifts before I knew better. And Cara, I know there's at least one courageous conversation that you have to have. I think I already had mine. Shit.
You had a few.
I had several courageous. Cara be like, well, who's left?
Who's left? That's what I'm saying. By the end of this, there may only be 3 people in my life.
You know what? A clean slate means you're making space for a new beginning.
And I need that. I think we all need that after the hell of a year and a half or so we've had. I think we all need to just, and then, start fresh. There's nothing wrong with starting over.
Here. Yeah, we're starting over, but there's no villains. Like nobody that I no longer hold space for is a villain. Unlike them, because you guys know I do have dreams when y'all talk shit about me, so that's awkward. Unlike them, some of them who will be watching this and feeling like a head dog hollering, I don't walk around talking shit about people who I no longer speak to because I no longer speak to them or about them, right? So I don't need to demonize or vilify anybody to walk away. It's a shame that it doesn't go both directions, but I feel like the way that I live my life kind of speaks for itself, and anybody who's paying attention will be like, Blue might not be my favorite person, but I don't think she would do that, though.
Right.
So I think anybody who knows my character and how obnoxiously puritanical I am in my personal life would find it hard to believe any story that people make up about me being the boogeyman.
Exactly.
Like, I think, what's that meme we saw? It said some people have to convince themselves and others that you are evil in order to avoid admitting how they did you dirty. It's almost like you have to make me a monster in order to like not pivot.
And most people won't believe you. Most people in my circle won't believe you. They'd be like, Dakar?
Yeah, it's like, but no. And I peeped and I've learned to like be flattered by it because it means that my light shines so bright that the truth alone couldn't bring me down. You had to make something up. But yeah, there's going to be some fallacies that continue. I will really, though, wish that people would stop doing stuff to me because literally my prophetic dreams have been very loud. I've had my dreams tell on 3 or 4 different people and later found out that they were right.
Well, that's how the guides work. You know that.
And there was some mess that almost happened a couple of days ago. My guides yanked me out by my baby hairs.
I wish we could tell this story. We're not going to, but
we can't tell the story for legal reasons.
No.
We cannot tell the story for legal reasons, but I was doing something that in retrospect I should have recognized could put me in harm's way. And me and Cara were trying to have fun in this reckless moment. And my spirit guides literally came from the heavens.
It snatched us
and they snatched me. Like I was snatched off the premises by forces that are not of this world.
I didn't know what to do. Do I call somebody?
She was like, what's happening?
I just packed my bag and was like, we're ready to go. Okay.
Yeah, but I love that you are the kind of friend who can hold space for a spiritual weirdo like me. Because most folks,
I'm a spiritual weirdo. I just
exactly.
I'd be like, all right. They said
most
that.
folks
Come on.
would be like, I went to a thing and then the witch And then we had to pull her out, and then the demons came, and she like it was a
Spirit
lot.
was like, it's time to go. Come on, get your shit. Come on.
And then later on, we found out why that happened, right? After the fact, because I had literally was like confused, like, why did that happen? And then literally 48 hours later, I was like,
you knew exactly why it happened.
Yeah, I was saved from impending drama. So just be careful. Hey, Brittany.
Doom. I'm going to insert doom.
Yeah, I think if you're going to pray to spirit guides to keep you safe, recognize what you're asking.
And be ready to move when they ask you to get up and go.
Have you ever had a relationship just kind of end abruptly?
Yes.
I was just telling someone like a couple months ago, whenever a relationship ends abruptly, it's because the universe whispered to me to like create space and I didn't listen. Mm-hmm. Then it talked to me to create space and I didn't listen. And so now it's like, bitch, you gotta go. It's time for you to go. And it will yank them. So like Monday, besties, Tuesday, who is that, right? And so the person I said this to got yanked from me like 3 months later. I was like, shit, I was up here.
Because you wasn't listening. Happens all the time. I'm trying to listen more. I'm just trying to be real.
We're going to have to, you know what, at some point, maybe we could change spaces, like do it 1 month at my house, 1 month at your house. We're going to have to do new moon ceremonies doing this. Because the new moon is a very, very fertile time for me in particular. I don't know.
When's the next one?
That's true. Well, we're about to be in Libra season, so I'm guessing. Oh, God, speaking of Libra season, the final Mercury of retrograde for 2021 is in Libra season. So that's going to be interesting. The first 2 Mercury retrogrades were life-altering and like mind-blowing. Because Libras are non-confrontational but sneaky, I hope that whatever comes out in a very quiet, sneaky way and is not as confrontational.
It's not going to. Is it within our 100 days?
The end of our 100 days is the date, you mean?
Mercury, the next retrograde. Is it within our 100 days?
Yes, it's like in the first 30. So we're going to be tested from the jump, love. Like month 1.
I'm ready.
For those of you who are new, we're doing something called 100 days of self-care starting tomorrow, where for the next 100 days, we have to prioritize ourselves, our peace, and our progress over all low vibrational connections and relationships and narratives.
Get ready.
Whoever walked in was like, damn, bitch, like, can't you just go on like I'm not going to eat sugar? No. And again, one last time before we wrap up, the questions are, number 1, does this honor me or my goals? Sometimes sleeping in for a week honors you and your goals because you're burnt out. So be creative with these answers. Number 2, does this spark long-term joy? Kara has made it clear that transactional whole shit, unless it's going to feed your spirit in a long-term kind of way, is a no.
And something in the fact that you shouldn't have to think about this. It's a hard yes. It's a hard no.
It's gonna be a
there is no
middle
ground.
This is all sounding very celibate to Kara. Just need you to know. This list is sounding very celibate. Number 3, does this cultivate healing? Yeah, I think that was going to be easy.
My question is there a duality between that joy and healing? Because there's some things that we really need. Are we allowed that duality?
It has to be 3 things off the list, or the answer is no.
Oh, okay.
So if something honors me, okay, that's not, let me think. Okay, let's say I want to have a sneaky link, right? Let's say I'm like, look, we're 45 days in. I need somebody to touch me in the morning. Let me go over my list. Does this honor me and or my goals? Probably not.
No.
Does this spark long-term joy? If
no,
it's a person who, okay, shit. Okay, number 3.
But check it. Is it healing?
I was getting to that since you were trying to shoot down the joy. Fuck. Long-term fucks up the word joy for me because that's a very different kind of joy. All right. Does this cultivate healing? Yes, because sexual healing is great. Does this push me to progress? No. Will this help me connect to myself and or others in a healthy and meaningful way? If I'm not in a relationship with them, then probably not. So in that moment, me having some great sex might be like, ooh, a stress reliever, but technically all it did was heal my vagina. And so based on the rules, I'm texting this to you right now.
That is a no. Sneaky links may not be allowed unless there's long-term joy within that sneaky link.
Somebody says short-term joy versus long-term joy is a good topic.
Javon!
It is my undoing, guys. I think most things these days in LA are short-term joy. Los Angeles is not currently built for. Maybe it's a COVID thing. I don't know, because I was only here for a year before COVID. But Los Angeles, as I know it, is not currently have the bandwidth to create long-term joy as much as I would like, unless you are intentional about creating it yourself. Someone said leave LA.
Javon said leave.
Got here.
Javon said get out.
I just got here.
That's because he's living his best life right now.
Where is he?
Probably. I have no clue. Where are you, Javon? He's cultivating his love.
I'm thinking about Texas. I feel like everybody's real marriage-minded in Texas.
Yeah, and that's what people think. LA is for entertainment. That's why it's real short term.
You know what? We should take a road trip to Texas.
My sister's in Houston. We out.
Yeah, sometime in the 100 days, let's go to Texas and find me a husband or something. But
is that your healing or long-term joy? Let's circle back.
It's part of my long-term goals. Okay.
All right. So, I'm a great wingman.
You are, and I'm a very naughty wing woman. I don't know if naughty is great, but it's all I can do.
I just be like, yes, bitch, get it.
That's what Claudia Jordan said. Texas. No, Claudia's the one who told me Texas. Claudia found her a whole man in Dallas.
Oh, we're not going to Atlanta.
Atlanta, no. No. Let me tell you something. No shade, no tea to Georgia.
Love
Atlanta
Georgia.
Ain't never bought me nothing but drama. I've never gone to Atlanta and not came home with more drama than I left with. Never. Like, I've only been there 5 times.
I've heard too many stories. I don't want it.
I don't know if it's the people in Atlanta that I'm running into, but y'all are exhausting. I don't know how any of you is not walking around with a twitch from the level of just social, like, terrorism that takes place in Atlanta. And that's not against Atlanta itself. Like, it's probably a great place to live, but the social circles that I have been sucked into in Atlanta were just disgustingly toxic. Like, I was
toxic and small, and it's a lot.
Everybody wants to stunt. Everybody wants to judge. Kikiing is like a sport.
And for a Taurus, that's a lot. That's a lot.
We're way too puritanical and peaceful into our, like, we're too private. Like, we're just too private for all that. Like, having a bunch of people who don't know me having theories about why I live my life the way that I do is weird to me. Like, you've never even had a real conversation with me. Somebody said I was born and raised, natives don't bother anybody. Well, I need to find some natives. Somebody said social terrorism. Yes. If you are constantly creating drama wherever you go, you are a social terrorist.
The peach is canceled for long term.
ATL is not for husband hunting. The peach is canceled for long. Yeah. And y'all don't even know what your orientations are down there a lot. Like, sometimes, let's talk about it. Because I went to Atlanta a lot when I was trying to figure out my orientation. So I was part of the problem. I was like, look, am I gay? Am I straight? I'm going to go to Atlanta.
Look, it might be a good place to figure it out, but.
Yeah, I figured it out already. I don't need to be there part of your thesis.
Case study.
I do not need to be a case study in the midst of Atlanta. Got me a whole cute husband and then find out from a DM.
He got another whole cute husband.
Oh! That's exactly what happened to me. These are all jokes, guys, but they're not. So we're going to have to go on at least one trip of some sort, either during or right after, to commemorate this. Where will we go?
We're going to go to Houston.
I want a beach.
We're going to go to the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm. Or, like somewhere beachy in Africa. Like Zanzibar. Let's go on the beaches of Zanzibar. See, this is why I suck at budgets, guys. I already got a
look. We already planned the trip. Oof.
B is for budget. So how are we going to do the budget part? Somebody said I finally took your spiritual bath and I loved it. We'll be ordering more. Those spiritual baths. You know what, Kara? Come over. I'm going to give you some spiritual baths.
I have one.
You have one? I have
with my
boxes.
candle.
I'm going to give myself a spiritual bath tonight to cleanse off the fuck shit from the first 8 months of this year.
I'm gonna do my spiritual bath tonight and light my
January
rose,
to
open that
August
candle.
to kiss my ass. I'm washing it off.
We're going into this 100 days aggressive.
Somebody said, be like Quay and go to Rwanda. Y'all know how much money Quay got? Unless Quay is bringing me. What part of B is for budget? This is, you see, it be your own people.
This enabling us in the comments.
It be your own people. I told you I was on the budget. Y'all got me.
I've been to the Canary Islands. They're fantastic.
Ooh, really? Okay, Kari, since you travel so much, And there's so many trips that we were supposed to take that never happened. Like, seriously, what does your gut say about where this trip should be? Because think about it, if we're on a budget, if we plan it early, it'll be cheaper.
But I signed up for Scotty's, and Scotty's been throwing me real nice flights.
But it has to be something we can also get like real nice accommodations too.
Africa does.
I do have big lips. Jesus. I just saw my list.
If we want to stay within the budget, we got to go to the Caribbean. If we step outside the budget, we can go to Africa. We can go somewhere on the coast.
So we could go to Zanzibar.
We could.
And why do I say it like that? I sound like a
Because it just sounds so.
Zanzibar.
Puerto Rico. Yeah, someone literally just called me and asked me to come to Puerto Rico. Yeah,
it's still America.
I know it's still America. Our team was like, would you like to come? I was like, Puerto Rico. You would come though. We would pull up. I tell you that.
I was going to Tulum for my birthday last year, and then COVID happened. So
you were talking about Cancun.
We could do. Well, here's the thing: the place that I want to stay in Cancun is not cheap.
Where?
I want to stay. You know where I want to stay. I'm not going to say where I want to stay. I don't want to run into none of y'all.
Sidebar.
How about Turks and Caicos?
That rent an Airbnb and go to Santa Monica.
Ooh, how about going? There's a part of San Francisco. I'll tell you where it is that I've heard feels like Monte Carlo. Let's go there.
That's up the street. What?
It's like a coastal part. I'll text it to you. The reason, guys, we're not being sneaky is just that a bunch of my exes and frenemies like
might be on the live.
I just texted you the name, but it's in San Francisco, and there's a whole video I watched on it. And it's like you went to Monte Carlo, but you're still in California.
We can do that this weekend.
I mean, make that next weekend, and you have a deal. I mean, so we could go there. Once I send you the video, and the guy who did it is like this amazing travel blogger. You know, the kinds that get all types of sponsors and stuff. And when they travel, they make these amazing videos, and it's this like really dope Asian brother, and he made this video about that part of Northern California. And
wow.
It was so. We want to rent a car. It was so peaceful. I was like, this feels like one big nap and a forehead kiss and a nice snack.
And
isn't that our energy?
That's it. That's where I need to be.
Let's talk about dream dates before we wrap up, because we have to be ending. Somebody said, Blue, who are you ducking? Oh, God,
let me just tell you that the comments is live because they're trying to get us all out of our budget right now.
Yeah, where do you guys want us to go that we can afford? There's a spot between San Fran and Oakland I want to visit. Don't say anything else. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Don't say it, sis. Keep it to yourself.
Keep it to yourself. It's our secret.
It's our secret. That's exactly what I'm talking about, sis. Kara, I'm gonna send you the video.
Look, she's like, I watched the same video.
She watched. You did. I feel it. We watched the same video. Stop talking.
Secret. Don't tell anybody.
She's about to just start putting out different letters from the name. That place, I think, would be perfect. Somebody said Amsterdam. You guys know I love Amsterdam. Okara, my friend Kip from Amsterdam, who's in town. She was like, when I want to go, let her know. She's so lovely, and she's from there, so it's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to do Amsterdam for my next birthday.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Do you mean for our next birthday?
That's true. Oh, by the way, me and Kara are like 4 minutes apart. So
that's why we acting like it ain't got no sense. Look.
I love you because I love the me that I see in you. This is pure narcissism, guys. Somebody said, protect your peace with travel plans. Just stay on course for the 100-day plan. We watched the same video. Yes, we did. My love, you look so beautiful at the party. Didn't expect you to be so tall. I was in awe. I'm 5'9". How tall did y'all think I was going to be? I'm 5'9". Kara, what are you, 6'1"?
We gonna tell people that.
Oh, that's my bad. Okay, so I'm 5'2" and Kara's 5'5". But in real life, I'm 5'9" and she's 6'1".
I'm little. Actually, no. I'm really big and I like to wear heels. Is what it is.
Yeah. Oh, if you're 5'1". Oh, yeah, that is a difference. That's a whole human. Okay, that does make sense. That definitely makes sense why you were. I mean, a child human, not like a whole human. 5'1". I haven't been 5'1" since I was like 6, 7, 8.
I came out.
I hit my full height by the time I was 12, so I was that.
Absolutely, full height, full feet, full breast.
Yeah, but you're in the 6 foot club. It hits different. I think women are considered tall until they're 5'10". So I'm not quite tall. I'm just
I'm
taller
over,
than average.
yeah. And then
Not
you have,
being
and then you
taller
have
than
big
me, and I
hair
had no
too, so
idea.
you look taller.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like I've dated short people before because my daddy was short. My daddy was 5'4", and my mom was 5'6". So I'm taller than both of my parents.
Oh wow.
My grandma was 6'1".
Oh, that's why I know. My daddy
Grandma
a whole
Vesta.
6'4".
Grandma Vesta was a whole 6'1" barefoot, and I think they were lying. I've seen the picture. I think she was like 6'3", but we're gonna go with 6'1" if that makes her feel more feminine. Car, I think this has. Did I send you the list?
Yes, you sent me the list. What questions are we wrapping up with? We're gonna.
Yes, we're wrapping up with the dream date, because part of this is not just putting ourselves first; it's also actively manifesting, right? So, what would your 2 dream dates be? One is very Taurus energy, and one is when you're having a good day, which you have a lot of energy. My 2 dream dates are very different.
Oh, and that's the thing I get to do. I get to think about those things over these next 100 days because I really haven't thought about it. But I feel like it needs to entail laying on somebody's beach, having somebody rub up on my body.
Oh.
Head to toe. Whole body. That's all I need.
We are the same person. So my second dream date is on the beach, just doing beachy things with the right people. I'm gonna leave it at that. And my other dream date, which is a lot more down to earth, because that's be a down to earth one, would be like taking that really expensive fucking $1,000 beanbag that I bought, because I bought a love sack. Them things are not cheap, okay? Them things cost.
I can't believe it was $1,000. Like, I thought you was joking.
No, that was the lowest priced one, and then I had to fuck around and get the little cashmere cover, and then shit got different.
Yo, Blue got a whole ass $1,000 cushy wishy thing.
So I would love to take that and make like a fort in the living room with one of those Galaxy Cove machines, so it's like we're outside, and get a bunch of snacks, and like, you know, I have that 80-inch TV in my living room.
That's the one.
And I have like a huge indoor camping.
It's like a fort. It's like
night.
Oh my goodness. Or you could do that in the backyard because you got a bomb backyard.
I do have a bomb backyard for that, but I also, mosquitoes like to make love to me. I would show up with welts in unknown places. So
I want one of those bean bags. Whoever wants to buy me $1,000 bean bag, I'm here.
It's worth it. I live on that thing. It's literally the most used piece of furniture in my entire house. It's already worth the money. So yes, my exalted dream is to travel somewhere beachy and tranquil and sexy with someone where we do the things that adults want to do. And then my second one down to earth that doesn't cost anything but like some 7-Eleven money is to have a projector, do that galaxy stuff. Actually, I'm buying one of those. I'm gonna buy one. Have one of those things that makes the living room turn into like the sky, and then put on a bunch of movies and create a fort in the living room and just have a big old.
I love that. I'm about to do that to the second bedroom. No one's invited. Just me.
You should, because I've actually done that with myself last weekend. Last weekend, I literally made the fort, lit candles all over the house, had a bunch of snacks, had like 3 seasons of a show I loved that I hadn't watched in years. And I had the best date night with myself. I was like, this is happening. I want to do like a Friends edition too at some point, but I currently don't like enough people to do that.
Is that in the budget? That was in the budget.
It was $20 that brought me joy for 72 hours. Oof. So living room camping, glamping is my first dream date, and the second one is just a really lovely vacation.
Someone plan a glamp for me.
I know. And you know, if it was somebody special, you know, me, I would pay for a tent and have them do it in the actual backyard. Y'all know I like to spend the coin. I love courting people so much, but I've told myself that I refuse to court somebody else I've been courted first.
I miss that. That's definitely what I've been missing. I think I've always been the one to court initially, or to provide that space to court. And yeah,
I love, like they always say women are lazy. That's not true. That's love courting.
I come with it. Anybody who's dating,
and we're better at it. Let's be honest.
Look, come with it. I have no problem dropping the coin because we just that's the Venus in us. We be like,
it's true, and it's not just the coin; it's the thoughtfulness. You're like, oh, you told me you love green M&Ms. Now there's a bucket of them next to you.
And I do it because I want to do it. It's not that I'm trying to impress you, I do it because it's easy. It's so easy.
And it makes us happy to make other people happy. You know what? I'm happy we're doing this video because the way that we talk about making other people feel, I'm manifesting that we're both going to meet people who do the same for us.
Yes.
We're going to find us and us. The last word is effort is sexy, right? We always say that in romance, effort is sexy. I think it's time that we tell ourselves that effort is sexy inwardly.
I didn't think that was attainable to find myself. I didn't realize that that's what I needed. A me. It's not gonna
you
be
are
perfect.
a salve to so many people. You need to be somebody to be a salve for you. A soothing balm.
And it's the same. My love
languages
languages just pour into me with those love languages.
And guys, it's not to say torches are perfect. We are stubborn, blunt.
Mm-hmm.
Did I mention blunt?
Blunt. We could be mad
at possessive. Annoying. Don't touch my food. And by my food, I mean my bitch. It means my dude. Don't like if somebody belongs to me in my mind. If I'm with somebody, don't touch my shit. And that's not jealousy, guys. Because how's it jealous if it's mine? It's territorial. Mine. Learn the difference. We're not jealous. We're territorial.
Mm-hmm.
So torches are not perfect, but as long as you don't touch my shit, which includes don't touch my nigga, or my food, or my money, or my family. Basically, don't touch anything that belongs to me. Okay,
it's mine. I told you it was mine.
As long as you don't fuck with my shit, I don't mind my business and keep it a buck. So yeah, we're not perfect because we can be stubborn. Mm-hmm. But when we love you, aside from Scorpios that are scary and intense with their shit, I don't know any other sign that enjoys giving so much.
Yeah.
Cancers give a lot, but they complain about it. We actually enjoy it.
And you won't hear us complain.
I love it. I love spoiling people. Like my dream is to find one person to spoil for the rest of my life and like just like have that be the norm. But like I keep on throwing pearls before swine.
Mm-hmm. But we get to be better at that over the next 100 days.
Yeah.
We get to be better.
So it's not what we're doing that's wrong. It's just who we're giving it to.
Mm-hmm.
Cara, if you had to describe how you want to feel on day 101, what would it be?
More at peace, more filled with joy. Because I'm there now. I've been very radical in how I've loved myself for the last few months. And so this is right on time. I get to do it for another 100 days. So more at peace. More loving.
More at peace. I like that. Mine would be, because I like the more at peace one, so I don't want to steal yours.
You can steal it. We can share it.
I want to feel like I'm overflowing with love that I've received.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to being the creator of my own love. I'm looking forward to overflowing with love that came to me and that wasn't,
and
harvested.
We're gonna receive it. We're not gonna have any pushback. We're gonna receive it. We're not gonna look side eye and be like, oh, is this real? Is this? Just receive it.
You don't offer me nothing nice. These days I'm like, thank you. Like, you do something nice. I'm like, oh, you don't have to. I'm gonna be like, yes, I want that. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I did that for the first time, maybe like within the last 6 months, and I was like, "Ooh, that felt nice."
Oh,
I didn't apologize, didn't question it. I was like, "More, please."
And when you get compliments, be like, "Yes,
yes, gas me up, come on,
hype me up, sis." Okay, I think we have shenanigans planned for when I come back. No, because I'm traveling in a couple of days. But are we? No, we don't have anything planned until the end of September.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, but that trip to the place that I mentioned
next week.
I'm around next week.
Yeah, because you're leaving this. I forget you was leaving. Yes, next week.
That'd be a fun little trip. So
catch it in the stories. Maybe you'll see a little fun.
Yeah. Once we get there, we'll tell you.
We're not gonna tell y'all now.
We just don't want y'all to stalk us and meet us there without consent. You know what I'm saying?
Because we talk about these boundaries.
Yeah, exactly. We're setting boundaries. You won't know where we were until we were past tense. And to the girl who knows, keep it to yourself, sis.
Keep it to yourself.
I do not want to see you in the comments blowing up our spot. Thank you guys for watching, Cara. Is there anything you want to see before we wrap up? Because you were so open today. I appreciate you.
No, I'm super excited. I do recommend an accountability partner. For those of you who dropped your hearts in there and you're ready for this journey, if you have an accountability partner, grab one. And I don't know about Blue. I'll speak for myself, but I have this space. If you need some love, if you need a little reminder, I'm happy to dig into you a little bit.
Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, she offered that. I don't have it.
That's what I said. Blue's like she don't have it. But I don't mind kicking your ass in the comments because I might need it too. It's a note to self for me.
I have enough for you and for general Instagram posts.
Look,
but one-on-ones.
Look, that's what it look. When I post it, it's gonna be for all y'all. Look.
It's gonna be a universal post. All right, guys, I will save this one. I see somebody mentioned that in here. I will save. What do I call this one? Special announcement. Join us for 101 days of something.
Yeah, something like that.
Child, I'm so tired. Even captions are wearing me out. I'm gonna post whatever I post. I'm gonna save this. Cara, I adore you. By the way, I found something called cotton candy grapes. These taste like
what is that?
Candy. They're cotton candy grapes.
Are they edible?
No, it's not edibles. This is just fruit.
Look, I have to ask. Blue has had me laid on my back on several occasions.
I had that.
I had that.
Oh, this is Swedish. This tastes like cotton candy.
It could be an edible though.
These grapes taste like cotton candy. That's actually insane. Oh my God.
Where do you get those from?
Ralph's. Oh. They're hard to find, but when they pop up, I have to buy them because they're so hard to find.
Look, they know.
Yeah, this is like Skittles, but they're grapes. Okay, well, I'm gonna go smoke a J and eat these sweet ass grapes. What? I'm human. Apparently, I'm a really accountable human with big ass lips. You find something new every day. This bitch said I got medium lips, but you got big ones.
I got medium lips.
That's some bullshit. This is how I find out. It's fine. It's fine. I love y'all anyways. All right, day 1 is tomorrow. Part of this also includes budget, boundaries, and also your body, like your health. So when I come back from traveling, my trainer, who I haven't seen in 2 weeks. I haven't seen her in like 2 weeks. She and I will be reunited. So I'm sure that at some point maybe I'll have her on here so she can talk about how she makes me cry during these 100 days. If you see her, she is so sculpted. She knows how to get me to the promised land. It's just, you know.
I need help.
You a whole fucking athlete. Shut up.
I be needing help though. I don't
need
motivation.
No, you don't. You have the wingspan of a small jet. You are fine. we are not the same. This is the one thing that we don't have in common. Okay.
Look, athletes need accountability too.
Okay, well, I'm trying to get off my beanbag that I spent $1 million on. Okay.
I would never leave.
In fact, I'm going to go roll back on that now. So, love y'all so much. Thank you, Cara.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.